some short words, so I wrote a little script. If you don't know me, I'm very long-winded. And it's really hard to put into words how special this group has been. These seniors have led reshaping Wakefield Volleyball with all of their dedication, hard work, and focus. I'm so grateful to have taught them before they graduated in my first 3 seasons of coaching. Whether it's their love of the sport, singing on the bus rides, their dance moves, or getting me off topic during practice, which is frequent. They make me absolutely love coming to work every single day, and I can't thank you enough for all you have done for this program. I absolutely love you guys, so thank you. Paige Butler, can you step out, please?
Paige, every single day you ask me how are you. Every single day without fail, I know how good. So, how was your day? What do you spell it? M-E-R-M-E-R-D. You don't just ask for the sake of asking. You actually listen to what I have to say and you care about it. You are one of the most important people I know. I remember going to the first softball practice scared out of my mind. I was scared the girls would love me. What if I wasn't good enough? But you greeted me like you've been best friends our entire life. By volleyball season, we've already gotten close. But you continue to make me and everyone else feel welcome and supported. You've become such a strong volleyball player and and I don't know how we're going to set up the nets next year without you. I'm so glad we already had playing sport together. I'm so excited for our softball season. Life won't be the same without you next year. Please don't leave me before we go on more varsity trips. Thank you for caring. Thank you for asking about my day. Thank you for being here.
Page's family, come on down. Number 11,
Summer, it has been a joy and an honor to be a part of this community. Although our season is not over yet, I just want to thank you for your years. Thank you for always bringing a positive attitude you wherever you go. Whether it's at the lunch table, in the hallway, at practice, or at games, you never fail to cheer me up and put a smile on my face. Thank you for your dedication to the team. Your great effort and attitude every day, as well as your passion for volleyball, will never go unnoticed. Thank you for your love for everyone on the team. You constantly make everyone feel welcome with your compassion and kindness. It really makes this great group of people feel more like a family. Your bubbly and welcoming personality can make anyone instantly feel like they're from friend in any circumstance. We all love you, and next year the team will miss you and your switch very much. We know you will do great things.
Summer's band, come on down. One more time for Summer. Carly Froston, come on up.
Okay, where do I start with this Carly Brim? I guess I'll start with singing it last year, where we had cupcakes and you said, I don't like the frosting. At pasta parties, you gotta have that specific pasta. If you don't, you gotta damn. So, important. Carly is such a character and is so incredibly silly. Not only does she give us a good laugh consistently, she helps pick the team up no matter the circumstances. She does her lunch stretches with the worst possible timing. Coach could be giving us her best motivational speech and Carly will whip out what these. We love to tease her, but we especially love having her on the board. Her presence is extremely important in this team. She's an amazing role model for this room.
Carlos family, come on down. Next up, we have the authority.
Hardworking, responsible, funny, athletic, and friendly, caring, and loving, learning to start those practices you have done with me. Mia, getting to play by your side and getting to know you these past 3 years has been an honor to me. From the first time I met you at freshman year in Charlotte to now, it has been nothing but fun and laughter. I look up to you so much. Whether it's just overpass goals or being kept up on us outside. You bring so much to the court and always leave it all out there. The energy you and even your boyfriend from the stands bring to the court helps us so much. You are a key player to this team's success. You make this team feel like a family. You make everyone feel included and you know how to make people smile when you're going yourself. The love and passion you have for this sport is unmatched. You are so determined and I know you will achieve anything that comes your way. I can't say this enough, but I am honored to call you a teammate and my friend. I can't wait to see what the future has for you. I love you.
Come on down, party fam. Last but certainly not least, Krista.
There's so many things I can start this off with. The biggest one is thank you. Thank you for being someone I can go to on and off the court, being a role model I look up to for these past few years and for being able to train. Thank you for safety and getting up on a ball and on a block and for driving me home after a late night practice just so we can talk about it before we go home. I'll miss our pregame game talks in the locker room and the trips to Sue's office where we need more ice. You've not only been a great teammate, but even better friend. When I first came on the team last year, I'm not gonna lie, you were a little intimidating. Little did I know that person I was there was going to be one of my closest friends today. I'll forever cherish our memories together and I'm so thankful I started playing against you again after today. These past 2 years, you've made me a better player and you've taught me so many things I've carried with me forever. It won't be the same without you taking back and making me the best hitters in the league and you look so easy and watching because that's just what we do. I can't believe I can say goodbye to you, but wherever you go, you'll maintain nothing behind you. Myself, mom, and the rest of the team needs a great things here. I love you, Chris. Thanks for everything.
Crystal Sam, come on down. Families two. Families two with the pick. One more time for the seniors.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's very special game. My name is Matt O'Connor. I'll be your commentator for tonight. This game features the Wakefield Warriors versus the Wilmington Wildcats. Now, not only is this game special for the Wakefield seniors and Wilmington seniors, it's also a special game for me as I myself am a senior, and this is going to be, as far as I know, my last varsity volleyball game. So I'm going to make sure that it's going to be a special one for everyone in attendance. Both teams are starting right about now. Red Seas at the ready to cheer on Wakefield. Wilmington starts off first. Wakefield gets it over to start, and the ball immediately goes flying. That's a point for Wakefield right off the bat. This is getting pretty interesting so far. Number 25, Krista Imbriano, with a strong serve for Wakefield. Incredibly fast, it goes out. 2 for Wakefield. Red Seas filling up pretty quick. And that's a point for the Wildcats. Number 7, Sophia Scalfani, now serving for Wilmington. Good serve to start. Nice save there. It's close. Both teams are keeping the ball up. And the point goes to Wakefield. That's 3-1. Number 4, Brooklyn Calder switches in, replacing Summer. Great serve by her. It's close. Wilmington's able to get it over in the nick of time. And the point goes to Wilmington. That's 2 for them. Wildcats starting off with a cheer is number 20, Annabelle Lazzi, with a strong serve there. Mia 40 goes in. We're tied, 3-3. Annabelle with a strong serve. It's close, but it goes to Wakefield, 4-3. Number 5, Emily Herson getting ready to serve. Great serve by her. Strong spike by the Wildcats. Coach Bowen taps it over, but it stays in, and it goes to Wakefield, 5-3. Or no, 4-4. All right, well, the score remains tied, 4-4. Number 4, Maria Cummings getting ready to serve for the Wildcats. I will not make a High School Musical joke. I repeat, I will not make a High School Musical joke. That's been done to death. Good serve by Maria. It goes out. It touched. I don't know what it touched, but it goes to Wilmington again. Maria with another strong serve. Paige Bowen hits it over. Wilmington cutting it a little close. Ball goes out, 5-5, we're tied again. Carly Graham jumps in as number 13, Savannah Cummings gets ready to serve. Great serve by her. Wilmington very close, but they can't get it over in time. That's 6 for Wakefield. Savannah Cummings getting ready to make another serve. Strong serve by her. Wilmington with a sneaky play there. Nice save there. It's close, but it goes to Wilmington, 6-6. Very close game so far. Krista jumps back in. As number 13, Sloan McIntyre gets ready to serve. Going for it, Paige goes for it, strong spike, Annabelle saves it though. No, that wasn't Annabelle, that was Gabby Pelovich. 7 for Wakefield. Number 18, Leah Carangelo gets ready to serve as number 11, Summer Milski jumps in, ready to play. Nice hit there by Carly. It stays in. Crazy 8 for Wakefield. Another strong serve by Leah, but it goes out, giving the Wildcats yet another point. Annabelle jumps back into it as number 16, Maddie McCarron gets ready to serve. Awesome serve by Maddie, and it just barely goes out. 9 for Wakefield. Mia 40 jumps in as number 10, Paige Bullen, gets ready to serve. The refs are thinking, they're communicating who's the point going to go to. Both sides argue in their favor. Who's it going to go to? We're not even through the first inning and already everybody is on the edge of their seats, including me. All right, time for a do-over. Another strong serve. Ball goes out. 10 for Wakefield. Speaking of number 10, Paige Bullen serving once more. Nice spike by Annabelle. That's a point for the Wildcats, bringing their score up to crazy 8. From one number 10 to another, number 10, Mia Vestal, gets ready to serve. Good serve by Mia. Wilmington can't get it over. That's 11 for Wakefield. The Red Sea continues to grow. Number 25, Krista Mariano gets ready to serve. Amazing serve by Krista. 12 for Wakefield. I gotta stand up to see this. Streamers are kind of blocking my view. Another strong serve by Krista. Wilmington gets it over. He's going for it. Mia taps it over. Wilmington fires back. Standing with a good spike, but it goes out. 9 for the Wildcats. Sophia Scalfani, number 7, returning up to the server's plate. I don't think it's a plate. That's usually reserved for baseball or softball. Summer Milski hits it over. It's close. Wildcats take another point. That's 10. Good block there by the Wildcats, bringing their total up to 11. They get one more, we'll be at another tie. Another great serve by Sophia, goes flying out. 13 for Warriors. Brooklyn Calder jumps back in and gets ready to serve. Strong serve there. And that's 14 for Wakefield. Both teams, even for the first inning, are putting a lot of effort in. It's been pretty close throughout. No team having a real distinct advantage over the other. for the Warriors. I thought that ball wasn't going to get over, but the Wakefield pride seems to be working through. A great serve by Miss Brooklyn Calder. Good spike. Crystal with a good spike, but it fails. That's another point for the Wildcats, bringing their total up to 12. Number 20, Annabelle Lozzie gets ready to serve. Great serve by her. Mia Forty goes for it. It's close, but it goes to the Wildcats, 13. Wildcats are right on Wakefield's tail. Actually, wouldn't it make more sense for that analogy to be used for the Wildcats? Because it's a cat and it has a tail. Never mind. 14 for the Wildcats. One more point, we'll have ourselves another tie. And that's 15 all. And that is time. 15-15. I just love the senior night decorations. They've got the baby pictures in the back. They've got the red, white, and black streamers. Let's go, Wakefield. Let's go. Red Sea does a quiet but pretty nice cheer. 30 seconds remain. Wraps up first, followed by the Wildcats. Annabelle Lozzie getting ready to serve once again. It's 15-15, let's see what happens. Good hit by Savannah, a wide open shot. Savannah took that without even thinking. 16 for the Warriors, Sweet 16. Number 5, Emily Herson gets ready to serve for Wakefield. Served by Emily. Getting awfully close to the net. 17 from Wakefield. For Wakefield, not from, for. Another great serve there. Good spike with a powerful bump. Oh, it's close. Wildcats can't save that one. 18 for Wakefield. Good serve. Refs are consulting once again, but it goes to the Wildcats. 16 for them. Number 4, Maria Cummings, back at it once again. Ball goes for it, goes flying. 17 for the Wildcats. Maria with another strong serve. It's close, but it goes to the Wildcats again. 18 all. We got another tie. If Wildcat gets this next point, if I'm not mistaken, they'll take the lead for the first time. Another strong serve by Maria, and the Wildcats take the lead. And Wilmington, that's 19 all. Number 13, Savannah Cummings gets ready to play as Carly Graham jumps into the fray. Hey, that rhymed. Good serve, stays in. 20 for the Wildcats. Christus back in it. Number 13, Sloan McIntyre, getting ready to serve. Oh, nice block. Nice block. 20. One of the worst years of all time, but still, nice play by Wakefield. Summer Milski's back into it. Nice serve by Leah Carangelo. $21 for the Wildcats. This is really close so far. Number 16, Maddie McCarron gets ready to serve. Wakefield fires back with their own cheer. Summer Milski hits it over. Good save there. It's close, but it goes to Wakefield, 21-21. Mia 40 jumps in as Paige Butling gets ready to serve. Things are still looking pretty tight so far. Wildcats take the lead yet again. Number 10, Mia Vestal gets ready to serve yet again. $23 for Wildcats. They need 2 points to win, and that is time. Wildcats are ahead by 2. If Wildcats get these next 2, they win the set. But if Wakefield can even things out again, we'll be back right where we were a few minutes before. Wakefield wraps up first. Followed by the Wildcats. Mia Vestal gets ready to serve. For the Wildcats. If they get this next point, they win. Wildcats win the first set. All right, as the teams switch around, we'll get ready for set number 2. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, everybody, we're back for set number 2. While Wakefield had the lead for most of the game, the Wildcats pulled out the win. Wildcats need to win 2 more sets to win the game. Wildcats are already out on the field, but Wakefield's taking a lot of extra time to strategize. And Wakefield's back out on the court. Wakefield's starting out first. Number 25, Krista Imbriano. Great serve to start. Ball goes flying. That's 1 for the Warriors. Krista Imbriano getting ready to serve once more. Great serve by her. Ball goes flying again. 2 for Wakefield. Great serve by Krista. Good play by Wakefield. Keeping it under control. Ball goes out. 3 for Wakefield. Wakefield's extra time to strategize definitely paid off here. Four for Wakefield. Krista with another strong serve. Wakefield seems to have caught on to Wilmington's tricks, but nonetheless, Wilmington scores .1. Number 10, Mia Vestal gets ready to serve. Good serve by her. Savannah Cummings goes in for it. 5 for Wakefield. The Red Sea is loving it. Number 4, Brooklyn Calder gets ready to serve. Great serve by her. Wilmington going in for it, just barely missed. 6 for Wakefield. Brooklyn Calder getting ready to make another move. Or serve, I should say. All right. Wilmington goes in for it. 2 for Wilmington. Warriors and the Wildcats continue to engage in this epic clash. Oh, 7 for Wakefield. Oh wait, it's 3 for the Wildcats. I don't know, but he pointed in Wakefield's direction. Oh no, it was just 6. It was 6. But still, I love when the Red Sea screams to catch the opposite team off guard. It's so funny. 3 for the Wildcats. Number 20, Annabelle Lazzi gets ready to serve. Krista with a solid bump there. Wilmington just manages to get it over. Wakefield keeps it going. Seven for Wakefield. Number 13, Savannah Cummings gets ready to serve. Great serve by her. Wilmington is getting close. 4 for Wilmington. Carly Graham's back in it. She might have been there before, I'm not sure. Ball goes out. 9 for Wakefield. Number 18, Leah Carangelo gets ready to serve. Strong serve by her. Wilmington goes in for it. 5 for Wilmington. Number 14, Shaylin Bresnahan. Oh, sorry. Bresnahan. 6 for the Wildcats. Let's see if I can Bresnahan. Shaylin Bresnahan. Shaylin Bresnahan gets ready to serve. Ball goes out. 10. I'm like the Wii Sports announcer archery. 10. Mia Forty jumps in as number 10. Ironically enough, Paige Bullen gets ready to serve. Great serve by Paige. It goes to Wakefield. That's 11. For Wakefield. Paige with another great serve. Wilmington with a powerful spike hitting the net. That poor net. 13 for the Warriors. Warriors, I don't know what they were talking about during those breaks, but it seems to be working. And it goes out. 7 for the Wildcats. Annabelle jumps back into it as number 16, Maddie McCarron, gets ready to serve for the Wildcats. It's close, but the Wildcats take it again. Crazy 8. Hit the basketball rim. Wilmington hits it back. Good save. Wakefield barely misses. 9 for the Wildcats. Wildcats are very quickly catching back up. Leah hits it over. And it goes out. 10 for the Wildcats. And that is time. Wakefield still has a 3-point lead, but the Wildcats are catching up, and fast. They won the previous set, but as it's been shown before that Wakefield can do some pretty impressive things when they put their minds to it. So far, for my last game, this has been a pretty great game. The Red Sea came out. Both teams have been putting a lot of effort in, and the whole crowd just seems to be having a blast, and that makes me so happy. The reason I started doing this commentating was to make people happy. Karen, number 16, gets ready to serve yet again. Ball goes out. 14 for the Warriors. Krista gets ready to serve. Flying. Not Wakefield, Wilmington. Wilmington manages to get it over. 15 for Wakefield. Another powerful serve by Krista. 16 for the Warriors. Incredible performances there. Krista with her continuously good serves, but goes out of bounds. 11 for the Wildcats. You know, strangely, the door off to the side still remains open. Probably for anybody else who wants to join the fun, or just to let some cool air in. It does get pretty hot in here sometimes. Twelve for the Wildcats. Mia Vestal gets ready to serve. Wakefield gets it across. Thirteen for Wildcats. Or not. 17 for Wakefield. Number 4, Brooklyn Calder gets ready to serve. 14 for the Wildcats. Number 7, Sophia Scalfani gets ready to serve for the Wildcats. Goes under. That's 18 for Wakefield. Ball just went straight under the net. Emily Herson, number 5, gets ready to serve. Save there. Paige Cullen goes for it. It's blocked. Spike. And it goes to the Wildcats yet again. 14 for Wildcats. Annabelle Lozzie gets ready to serve. Wakefield is making their case as to if they deserve the points. The ref is considering. Wilmington seems to be firing back with their own argument. Now we're in a courtroom. And we get a replay. I think this is the second replay. Saved there by Page. Goes in for the spike. Wilmington blocks it. That point went to Wilmington there. 14. Annabelle Lozzie, number 20, gets ready to serve yet again. Nineteen for Wakefield. Carly Graham jumps in as number 13. Savannah Cummings gets ready to serve. Great serve there. Strong spike. Like lightning. 20 for Wakefield. Close. 15 for the Wildcats. This ball goes in, and it's blocked again. 16 for Wildcats. Looks like the Red Sea screaming actually worked. Number 18, Leah Carangelo getting ready to serve. Great serve by her. Wakefield blocks it. 22, 3 points away from taking the set. Wakefield. 2 points. Man, the cheering has been incredible from both sides, from both Wakefield and from Wilmington. Wakefield needs 2 points, but the Wildcats continue to get points. Wildcats look like they're coming up with some new tricks to outsmart Wakefield, but Wakefield, as we've already established, is quite clever when it comes to their verbose thinking. And I'm running out of words. I'm just going with Memby points. Memby is a program that we use at Wakefield High. Basically just meant to expand their vocabulary. And for me, it works. My goodness, that was a really strong spike. 17 for the Wildcats. Number 14, Shaylin Bresnahan gets ready to serve. Oh boy. Wilmington firing up. Point goes to Wakefield. 24. Uniformity jumps in for Wakefield. Number 10, Paige Budlin gets ready to serve. Wakefield's 1 point away from taking this set. That's their first set win. All right, it's 1-1. We'll be back to cover set 3 in a few. See you then. All right, everyone, we're back. It is now set 3. Wakefield and Wilmington both have 1 set to their name. In the first set, Wakefield had the lead at first, but Wildcats turned things around and claimed their victory. Second set, Wakefield held the lead for the majority and was able to take the win. It's now set 3, so let's see what happens. Starting things off for Wilmington is number 10, Mia Vestal. Save. Wildcats take the point. This is the first set where the Wildcats actually score first. Wakefield gets a point. Savannah Cummings jumps in as number 25, Krista Embriano, gets ready to serve. Very strong serve by Krista. That ball goes flying. And that's 2 for the Warriors. Whoa, that almost hit someone. That's 3 for Wakefield. Another strong serve by Krista. Wildcats getting close. 2 for the Wildcats. Oh. Man, the Wildcats. Oh my God, it's a cheer off. It's a cheer off. Okay, now we need a name. We need a name for the Wildcat fans. That's 4 for Wakefield. We need a name for the Wildcat fans. The Red Sea. I got it. The Wildcat Waterfall. That's what we're gonna call it. Wildcat Waterfall. It fits with the whole like water and bodies of water theme that the Red Sea has going on. If it goes in, it goes out. 3 for Wildcats. It's 2 battles happening at once. 4 for Wildcats. We're tied again. Number 20, Annabelle Lazzi gets ready to serve. 5 for Wakefield. It's 5-4. Number 5, speaking of number 5, Emily Hersing, number 5. Emily Hersing with a great serve there. Savannah goes in. 6 for the Warriors. And members of the Red Sea claim the ball as their own before giving it back to Wakefield. Another strong serve by Emily. Wakefield with a good save. 5 for the Wildcats. Number 4, Maria Cummings jumps in as she gets ready to serve. Block it again, 6-6. Seven for the Wildcats. Krista saves it. What? I don't think I agree with that. I'm just a commentator. 8. 8 for the Wildcats. Seven for Wakefield. Charlie Graham jumps in as Savannah Cummings gets ready to serve. You see, I've memorized their patterns. If you've seen enough volleyball as I have, you'll start to memorize the exact patterns the teams use. Oh, there goes that ball. 8. We're tied again. And Wilmington fails to get it across. Wakefield takes back the lead, 9-8. Another good serve by Savannah. We're tied again, 9-9. And it looks like tied once more. Who's serving this time? Number 13, Sloan McIntyre. Ten for the Wildcats. This net. It's the net of fate. 11 for the Wildcats. Wildcats, their blocks are brutal. 12 for Wildcats. Oh my goodness, they're 3 points ahead. And they always do the times when everybody is itching to see more. Wildcats now have a 3-point lead, but Wakefield always tends to get a lot of information in only a minute. They're able to come up with quick strategies, but Wildcats seem more confident than ever. Will the Wildcats continue their winning streak, or will Wakefield come from behind and snatch back the lead? Wakefield. Number 18, Leah Carangelo getting ready to serve. Ball goes out. 11 for Wakefield. Leah with another strong serve. It's close. but it goes to Wakefield. 12-12. We're tied again. For the Wildcats. Annabelle Lozzie jumps back in as number 16, Maddie McCarran, gets ready to serve. For the Wildcats. That's 13 for Wakefield. Number 10, Paige Butland getting ready to serve. Oh, getting off close to the edge. I thought that was coming towards me. 14. We're tied yet again. Spike.
There it is!
And that's 15 for Wakefield. They've got the lead yet again. Paige Butland continuing with another serve. And we're tied yet again, 15-15. Number 10, Mia the Stahl, getting ready to serve once again. Oh, we're getting competitive with the cheers now, are we? Sweet 16. One battle in the foreground and one in the background. 35, Krista Imbriano getting ready to serve. Strong serve by her. Wilmington holding their ground. Back over. We're tied again, 16-16. Number 7, Sophia Scalfani gets ready to serve. And that's 17 for Wakefield. Number 4, Brooklyn Calder gets ready to serve. $18 for Wakefield. It's served by Brooke. $19 for Wakefield. And that's time. Wakefield's got a pretty good lead. Wakefield needs a few more points to get to that 25-point goal. But Wildcats not that far behind. Wakefield wraps up first, and the Wildcats wrap up closely after. Number 4, Brooklyn Cowler getting ready to make another serve. Seventeen for the Wildcats. Number 20, Annabelle Lassie, once again jumping back into the serve position. 20 for Wakefield, 2017. That was a weird year. For Wildcats. It's close. And the point goes to Wakefield. 21. Harley Graham jumps back into it as number 13, Savannah Cummings gets ready to serve. Serve. And that's 22 for Wakefield. Wakefield needs 3 points to take this set. 13, Savannah Cummings gets ready to serve once again. Nineteen for Wildcats. Sloan McIntyre gets ready to serve. 23 for Wakefield. Wakefield needs 2 more points to take the set. Good save by the Wildcats. Wildcats hit it out. 24 for Wakefield. Wakefield needs 1 point to win the set. For Wildcats. Wait, what? Whoa. Wakefield, 25. Wilmington's not happy. All right, that's 2 sets for Wakefield. That brings us into set 4. Wilmington needs 2 more to win, while Wakefield only needs 1. Oh wait, have I lost count? Wakefield has 2, Wilmington has 1. Yeah, so that if Wakefield wins this next set, they win the game. All right, we'll see you then. Okay, so I just wanted to jump on a little early just to say that as of right now, this will be my final varsity Wakefield volleyball game. As of right now. I may come back in the future to do some guest appearances. I'm not sure yet. But I thought it would be nice just to take a look back at this season and the previous season. When I first heard that they were looking for a commentator for volleyball, I thought, sure, it'll be fun. And then I arrived, and then I did it. I started off with, if you go back and watch my very first game and compare it to any of the games now, it's very, very noticeable. And as I did more and more games, I started to get the hang of it better. And now I'm doing this practically for a living. So it's been an absolute pleasure to commentate for this team, both this year and last year. The team has just been incredible. Their determination, sportsmanship, everything about them screams Wakefield pride. And to end it off like this with such an amazing game, I could not be happier. So, thank you, Wakefield Warriors, for making this experience so memorable for me. All right, let's get back into it. Once again, thank you, Wakefield Warriors. You've made this experience amazing. I love you guys, and I hope you continue this amazing volleyball stuff in the future. Let's get back to it. All right, number 25, Krista Imbriano gets ready to serve. Great serve by Krista. Wakefield gets it over. Wildcats hit it down. Wildcats take the first point. Number 10, Mia Vestal gets ready to serve. Great serve by her. Two for Wildcats. Vestal gets ready with another strong serve. Ball goes flying out. Three for Wildcats. Wildcats must have been talking strategy. Four for Wildcats. And that's a point for Wakefield. That's 1-4. Number 4, Brooklyn Calver gets ready to serve. And that's two for Wakefield. catching up really fast. Annabelle with a strong spike, and Paige saves it. Wakefield keeps it going. Ball goes out, 5 for the Wildcats. Oh, there goes the ball. 6 for the Wildcats. What is going on? Number 7, Sophia Scalfani gets ready to serve. I don't know what Wildcats are doing, but seems to be working. Seven for Wildcats. Eight for Wildcats. My goodness. Sophia Scalfani gets ready to serve once more. And it goes out. Finally giving Wakefield another point. That's 4 for Wakefield. Emily, I was just going to say Hersin, but Hersin. Emily Hersin. It's ready to serve 4-8. 9 for Wildcats. And it goes out. 5 for Wakefield. I forgot to server, number 12, Gabby Kulovic. Gabby Kulovic was the server for Wildcats just then. Number 13, Savannah Cummings with a strong serve. Is screaming on the Wildcats end. Doesn't really seem to be working as well as Wakefield's. 10 for Wildcats. Krista jumps in. Number 11, Sophia Lavida with a strong serve. 11 for Wildcats. Oh, here comes the dance. For Wildcats. Why didn't they call the times right when people want to see more? That's 5-12. Wildcats have a huge lead. But as we've seen before, when it comes to these sets, when it comes to these times, Wakefield always manages to surprise and engage the audience in new and creative ways. At less than 30 seconds remaining on the clock, Wildcats wrap up pretty quick.
1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
Would that be a sign they have the lead, or would that be their downfall? I've noticed a strategy Wakefield sometimes uses. Looking at other teams' weaknesses and using it to take their advantage and score points. So any weaknesses or openings that Wilmington may have, that's when Wakefield tends to strike. Sophia Levita gets ready to serve once more. It's save. 6 for Wakefield. Number 18, Leah Carangelo gets ready to serve. And the ball goes flying out. 7, lucky number 7 for Wakefield. Getting ready to serve. Strong serve by her. Wilmington getting ready. Wakefield. Page with a good tap there. For the Wildcats. Wildcats have had a huge lead so far. Number 14, Shaylin Bresnahan hits it out. 8 for Wakefield. The opponent, number 16, jumps in as number 10, Paige Budlin, gets ready to serve. And the ball goes flying out. 9. I was gonna say 10, but 9. 9 for Wakefield. Number 10, Paige Budlin with another strong serve. Wilmington hits it over, just barely bouncing, and the point goes to the, wait a minute. No, I don't know. I usually don't say whether that point was agreed. I don't agree or disagree with that point. I don't agree with that. I think Wakefield should have gotten it.
Nobody touched it!
Another legal battle. Both teams presumably presenting convincing evidence. What will the judge/ref's verdict be? Or the refs, excuse me, there's 2. What is their verdict? And it goes to Wakefield. 10 for Wakefield. The utter silence. The whistle's blown. Wakefield fans erupt. Number 10, Paige Budlin gets ready to serve. Ball goes out. 11 for Wakefield. I gotta stand up because I can't see because of the streamers. The streamers that are covering up these sort of rails. 14 for Wildcats. Oh, the Red Sea's standing up. Ball keeps going. Carter hits it over. And what? Oh, okay. Wrong symbol. 12 for Wakefield. He pointed in Wildcats' direction. I was like, what? But wrong way. Just Brianna, number 25, with a really strong serve. Wow! Lightning fast. 13 for Wakefield. is tied. One-point difference. Wakefield has caught up to the Wildcats. If Wakefield wins this, they win their senior night game. But if the Wildcats win, they win their second set, and we go into the fifth and final set, where we play to 15, win by 2. Wildcats wrap up first, followed closely by Wakefield. Let's see how this goes. Could this be the end of the Wildcats, or will they continue to their prey? $15 for the Wildcats. Number 10, Mia Vestal gets ready to serve. Seems like every time Mia Vestal gets to serve, the Wildcats do really well. Must be the team's good luck charm. Shorty hits it to the other side. Wildcats go for that spike. Wakefield keeps it going though. Ball goes flying. 14 for Wakefield. One of these days, they're going to hit it so high up, the ball's going to get stuck in some kind of the roof. It's going to be some part of the roof where the ball's just going to go stuck. Number 4, Brooklyn Calder gets ready to serve. Screens don't really work on Wildcats end. Wakefield's seem to work. It's getting close. Both teams putting everything in. Seems like they're putting all their eggs in one basket. 15 for Wakefield. Both teams have still got eggs left to place in the various baskets that remain. That was the weirdest analogy I have ever made. Brooklyn Calder with another strong serve. 1-point gap. Mia hits it over. Wildcats continue. Savannah Cummings goes for that hit. Wildcats keep it up though. Impressive performances by both. 17 for the Wildcats. We're ahead by 2. Number 7, Sophia Scalfani gets ready to serve. 16 for Wakefield. The 40 switches out with Emily Hurston, who gets ready to serve. Number 5 gets ready to serve. Strong serve by her. 17. We've got a tie. Now who's going to break it? serve by Emily. And the ball bounces off the ref podium. 18 for Wakefield. Great serve by Emily. Tied again, 18-18. Wildcats tying things up. Number 20, Annabelle Lazzi gets ready to serve. The Wildcats cheer is interrupted by Wakefield's score, 19-18. Graham jumps back in as number 13. Savannah Cummings gets ready to serve. We're getting down to the wire on this one. And the ball goes flying out, nearly hitting the freshman JV members. 20 for Wakefield. Wakefield is 5 points away from taking the win. Savannah Cummings gets ready. Makes another great serve. Wildcats getting ready to fire back. And it goes out. 21 for Wakefield. They're 4 points away. 4 points. Oh no, they said it. They said start the buses. Doesn't that usually mean if you say that too early? I don't know what that means. Nope. 19. Never say start the buses too early. Actually, don't even say start the buses at all, because you never know what team can make a comeback. 19 for the Wildcats. Number 11, Sophia Lavina with another strong serve. Krista with an amazing save. Lightning. Wildcats not happy. They're not happy. Number 18, Leah Carangelo gets ready to serve. Wakefield is 3 points away. For Wakefield. Another great serve from Leah. And it goes out. 20 for the Wildcats. Number 14, Shaylin Bresnahan gets ready to serve. Graham goes in. Good save. 21 for the Wildcats. Could this be a Wildcat comeback? 22 for the Wildcats. Oh boy, 1 point gap. Wakefield 2 points away. 23 Wildcats. Wakefield is so close, but the Wildcats are right. And of course they do a time right when everybody's on the edge of their seats. Tied 23-23. 23. Wildcats have pulled a last-minute comeback. Wakefield and Wildcats both need 2 points to win. Both teams are strategizing like madmen. Wakefield wraps up first. Wildcats, if you're going to make any last moves, it's now. H. Butler gets ready to serve. Could this be it? Oh boy. It's over. It's all over. Wakefield Warriors take the win. All right, folks, that's where my job the last time comes to an end. That being said, one last time, my name is Matt O'Connor. It's been an honor being your commentator for the past 2 seasons, and good night.